Hey Fuzzy Goat family, happy Tuesday. Melissa here in Thomasville, Georgia with sweaters together no matter the weather. And check out this fun little basket I have here. I will talk about this in a minute. They just came in over the weekend and lovely. It's a bulky. So I know a lot of people like to do some quick holiday gifts, maybe a cowl, a hat, some gloves. That would be perfect for it. Yeah, so I had a good weekend. I went and saw my children, two of my children in Statesboro. It was a lovely weekend and it was really fun to see them. And so with that, I got to do some knitting in the car. I'm training my husband because I've always been the driver, that he can drive. He really can do it. And so I knit because when I'm driving, he likes to sleep. So at least I'm awake and we can converse and whatnot. And he actually said to me, we actually stayed in Savannah, so it was about an hour drive, like once we left Statesboro. And I would be knitting in the car. And he said, are you knitting? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you are really talented. And he was really impressed that I was able to knit in the dark. Now, it was just stockinette because I am doing a lot of just stockinette right now. So I will talk about my projects in a minute. What else? And it's almost Thanksgiving, which is really crazy to me. But I'm excited for children to come home too. And hopefully we have sort of a kitchen sort of done, ready for that too. All right, so let's talk about, I got some new things in, so I'm going to share those with you. We've been asked several times for some shawl pins, but what we got are the sticks. We've had these before, dragonfly sticks, so they're up online if you need a stick to go with a shawl. Maybe you're giving as a gift or you're wearing to an event. These are the dragonfly jewel designs. So you can find those on our website. It's kind of noisy, so try not to make too much racket. And I think I showed these before, but these are really fun. And these are the holiday wreaths, the holiday woolly wreath ornament kit. You do them with your fingers. Like I said, my daughter helped me do it. I'll probably pull this out again, actually, when she comes home. It's quick, satisfying. You can put it on a gift. You can give it to somebody to make them as well. Like I said, it's using your fingers, not even needles. And everything you need is in here, including a pair of scissors. So these, I think we have it in two colors. This one I have here is the gold. And I think you can make up to 8. It just really depends on your gauge and how tight you can get them. Super fun. Okay. So other things that we have here that I wanted to show you. These are cross stitch holiday homes, right? And you can see the little wreath on there. So you could frame these. You could make them as an ornament if you wanted to attach, you know, a hook or something to them. This one is called Townhome. Yeah, Townhouse cross stitch kit. Townhome. So that's one. We have 3 different designs. We have this one is called the Chalet cross stitch kit. I'm, you know, we're in a new house this year for Christmas. Can you see it? I think you can. And I'm kind of excited to decorate and do something different, right? Hey, Patricia, thank you for watching. And Nancy, I see you're watching too. This one is, oh, is this the same one? Chalet. Oh, I didn't do the cottage. Sorry. I didn't do the cottage. This one is super cute. Isn't that cute? Anyway, anybody that you might know cross stitch, I'm actually thinking this might be something my daughter might enjoy. I did a lot of cross stitch when I was younger. Along those lines, we have these fun things. This is a Christmas deer ornament kit. So it's felted ornament kit that you just kind of, you sew it together, right? Oh, can you see that? Everything you need is, oh, I hate that glare. Everything you need is in the bag. Maybe that's better. So anyway, this is the reindeer one. Super cute. Yeah, everything you need's in there. The reindeer one, we have the partridge and pear. Oh yeah, there we go. I got it. So cute. Right? And then another one is the heart of the home. Yeah, I just think, you know, looking for some fun things to do. Get your Zen on. Okay. Again, you find those online, fuzzygoatyarns.com. And I see my husband is watching. Yeah, so we have ovens. We have an oven and we have a refrigerator now in our kitchen. There we go. Something else that we got in, and I'm super excited about. I haven't used it yet. It's by Knitter's Pride. It's a row counter, but it's a ring. And there's one of my projects that I'm kind of struggling with. I'll talk about it in a minute. But anyway, the rows is like you do something here, and then you do 4 rows in stockinette. You do something here, and it's like, and it's getting harder just to keep track of it. So I do need a row counter. And this one, we have 2 different sizes, and you have, and you just spin it on your finger. Cadence uses hers on her thumb. This one I think is a little big for my thumb. This is the 11. So I think we also have a 10 or 9, something like that. But yeah, a ring that you can wear for your row counting. Even crocheters could use it too. So anyway, check those out. And I showed you the jewels. Okay, and then we have this scarf in a kit by Earth. They sent us a sample. Isn't that cool? It's using, oh, Andrea, you have one of those. You like the ring counter? I like that idea too. So this is really, how do you want to say it? I guess it's 2 skeins. We have it in 2 colorways. We have it in like a green blue, right? Same, that's the pattern. And then we do have it in, I'm not sure it's the color they used. I call it red orange, but I'm sorry, this way. So you use 2, these are the sock Gusto. So they're 2 skeins, but together they make 1 fingering weight. So you use a pair of those and then 1 solid. And I just think it's a really cool, right? Probably entertaining kind of a thing. Oh, let me tell you the name of it. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. I think it's called the flannel scarf. I thought it had it on here. Yes, flannel scarf. Here we go. You can't read that because it's backwards. I see that. I understand that. Yeah, so the finished dimension, it's 1 skein of the core, which is the solid, and then 1 skein of echoes, which is 2 of these, right? And so together it's 800-ish yards. The finished dimension is a rectangle. It's an 8x5 width by 69.5 length. So that'd be a very lovely scarf. Hello, Amy and Luann. Thank you for watching. So yeah, so check those out. Flannel scarf, like 2 skein project. Make a great gift too. My husband and I are getting ready to go. Well, today is our anniversary, and 30 years. That just, I know a lot of people make it there, but that just seems like something to celebrate. And so we're going on a trip the Sunday after Thanksgiving. And I told him he's going to need boots for this trip. He's going to need a jacket and some nice socks and probably a scarf. So we'll see. I said, I'm not going to have any whining about you being cold, because I tend to hit the floor in the morning and go. We're hoping to see some Christmas markets, so I'm really excited, although it is going to be chilly. All right, let's go to the yarns that I showed you. Thank you, Lynn. These are awesome. So the yarn is called, we just got it in, Moonshine Bulky by Juniper Moon. And it's a 60% wool, 30% baby alpaca, and 10% silk. This would be lovely as a hat or something around your neck. A cowl, we have, I think, 8 different colors. So brown is hot right now. And I'm just saying that because I just came off a college campus, and this young girl, so I was with my daughter, and my son was there too. And there was a young girl, and she had a really cute dress on, and it was brown, but it was cute, but like stylish and classy. And I said to her, oh, that looks you really like your dress. And I said to my daughter, was that okay that I said that? Like, you're always wondering what your kid. And she said, no, Mom, that was really nice. But it was brown, and it just looks so good on her. So that's why I did get brown in here. And as you know, I just finished a brown sweater, and I have another one that I'm working on. So this is, of course, espresso. That's one thing my husband cannot wait to get, is some espresso when we go over to Amsterdam. This is Azure. Pretty, pretty, pretty. This is Admiral. They have 109 yards. I don't think I mentioned that in each skein. This is ox blood. I love the pink. The pink is raspberry. Of course, we got a green, and it is called Garden. And a yellow. It's called Brass. And then I just think this is a great red. Great red. This is Carmine. Carmen. And again, this is, if you look on our website, it's the Moonshine Bulky. I wanted to show you two patterns because I was looking up, make sure we have some patterns on our website, and I found two new hats because I think it would make a great hat. This is called Plexus Beanie, if I'm saying that right. But I think the detail would show up nicely in this yarn. And of course, it's got that silk in there. So that's called the Plexus Beanie, and Plexus is Plexus. But if you go under description on the product page for the yarn, you'll see these, as well as some other pattern suggestions. This one is Crystal Lattice Beanie. And I thought that one was really cool too. It would take, let's see, I wrote on the back here. This pattern, the Crystal Lattice, has size baby, infant sizes all the way up to adult, and it would take 1 to 2 skeins depending on what size you pick. I believe this Plexus had 2 sizes. So again, 1 to 2 skeins of this yarn because it has 109 yards in there. So check those out. Again, I really love this brown. Okay, so I showed you that. I showed you the scarf. Okay, I think I can talk about my projects now. And literally, I am in sleeve. Yes, I have 3 projects that I'm on the sleeves with, and it is about killing me. But I came up with a system. I think the biggest problem is these are big sweaters, so I feel like I'm constantly, handling it and twisting it. So I put them in like a silver bowl, right? So I can just spin the bowl on my lap, and it's not on my lap making me hot. So I'll show you those in a minute. And just so you know, we do have more of the Screaming Goats Christmas little goat here. So check those out too. Those might have to go in stocking stuffers for my children. I think that would be really funny. All right, so the first one I'm going to show you is not in sleeve. Okay. But sometimes I kind of feel like I'm there anyway. This is the No-No, and I love this. I love the pattern. I really do. But oh my gosh, going all the way around takes a long time, but luckily it smells really good. Did I put it in there? I kind of went crazy since we were driving this weekend and had my bombs everywhere. I couldn't get enough of it. All right, so this is the No-No cardigan, right? I've joined. I think she said to do 8 inches. I'm not going to do 8 because I don't like mine as long. So I think I'm probably going to do 1 more inch. I think this might be 6-ish, close to 6. So I'm going to compromise and do 7. And I think and that way I'll be not ending the sweater, but I think that's when we do pockets. So I'll do it in this part, right? It's a DK pattern. I mean, it's not hard. The stripe is super fun. It's just sometimes it kind of gets boring, right? Because you're knitting and purling. But I'm getting ready to do the pockets, which will be interesting and exciting. But I realized last night that I'm going to need some buttons. So I came in the shop and I'm like, can y'all see those? Yeah. So I'm thinking those is really where I'm leaning right now. But I also thought these could be an option, right? But so I'm kind of leaning towards, because I have these on another sweater, which I love. It's super awesome. But just so I can experience something different. But if you feel free, if you like to put your vote in, let's call this the flower button, and let's call this the geometric. All right, that's the geometric. Let me know what you think. So I thought I was going to bring some of the sweaters I was working on in sleeve, but then I'm looking at it on my lap and I'm like, this is really bulky, like heavy. I don't want to pack it, right? I don't want to. So I thought, well, this probably be a smart one to bring because I could wear it. It's a cardigan, right? I don't know if I'll get there or not. At least these sleeves are not as long because this is a drop shoulder. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be on the airplane working on the sleeves for this one. All right, so the buttons, that's what I wanted to show y'all. Let me put this over here. And that's the No No cardigan by Isabel Kramer. Go right here. Okay. So this is the one I was really pushing to finish, but look, y'all, it fills this bag. So that's going to fill a suitcase. And I don't know that I want one sweater to fill a suitcase. I can't remember where I was last week. Finish the neck. I do need to block it. I'm hoping that it gets just, and I think it will, because it's, you know, it's a ribbing. I think I may block it before I do. This is the duplicate stitch. So I think I may block it before I do the duplicate stitch. I think it might make it easier. That's my thought. This one smells really good. What's in here? Nope, I took it out. I think this was the patchouli wood. I know that's kind of a unique smell. So I think you either love it or hate it, but I really like it. So anyway, so I finished the neck. I want to block that out a little bit too. I want that to be a little stretchier. I'm on my second sleeve. So I finished the first one. And this is Ideal yarn. So it's the duplicate sweater, I think is what they're calling it. It's using the Ideal yarn, which I love. It's very lofty. And I think I've got, let's count these stripes over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have this much more to go. And this sleeve does not decrease. So it's pretty much like a tube, which I'm okay with. And I think I did it just right about here. I don't want it hanging down in my hand. I think that'll get my nerves. But I think there's only 3. I think there's one more decrease. So you only decrease 4 times. So the sleeve is the sleeve is the sleeve is the sleeve. So that's the tube. Got to finish that off. This sweater does fit me. I think it, look how stretchy that is. I'm hardly pulling it. So I do think it'll block out and give me a little bit more room. But now I don't know if I want to bring it on my trip. But this is my 3rd color. That'll be my vertical stripe. I'm excited about doing that. But then I start thinking, every one of these ribs, right? You see them? The purl stitch. Every one of those, I have to go in with a duplicate stitch. So that could take some time. So I'm giving myself the out that I won't bring it on the trip because that's a little pressure. It's a little bit of pressure. I actually thought about, I know I probably won't do it. I actually thought about doing socks on the plane, which I'm not a big, I think I've only done one sock pattern. And to me, it wasn't successful because they slip around, my foot slips around in them. So that makes me not excited about doing socks. I love the idea of a sock and a small project and everything, but all right, where do you want to go to? Okay, this is one that I was working on in the car in the dark and that I impressed my husband. And if I can impress him knitting, like I'm okay with that. Uh-oh, something just fell. Oh, it was my little ball of yarn. So look, right? I'm getting there. I'm almost there. Where's my little marker? Okay, I got a little marker here. I think I decided I wanted 2 more inches in the stockinette. I probably have a ½ an inch there. So I have 1½ inches to go. Then I do the ribbing. And then I get to do the sleeves. And that's why I'm thinking this one might be short sleeve. This one might be short sleeves. I think that's okay if it's short sleeve. Because it's just a light color. And I don't know. I just feel like it'll be okay. So that's my thought. This is, oh, sorry, I didn't even tell you the name of it. This is my Christmas bell, Isabel Kramer. I used Emma's theme packs for the top. I did Emma's Hella Hank. I think this is, and I totally forget the name of it. Did I put the other one in here? Yeah, I did. Okay, hold on. I don't think we have it right now. It is You Jump, I Jump. Okay. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is Knitwise. That's why I was confused. It is Knitwise. Her She doesn't call it a hella hank. I forget what she calls it. It is just lovely. It's MMCN, right? Let me make sure. Yes, merino, cashmere, and nylon. I just got super excited. That is also, I think, what the hella hanks are. But this, it's just, it's got a lovely drape to it. So I'm excited about that. So Christmas Bell by Isabel Kramer. So I have two. Oh, I got to find that little ball down there. Okay. And I was pretty proud of myself because I think on our trip, it was just a weekend, I think I brought 3 projects. Yeah, that's unusual for me. But I wanted to make some traction on them. All right, this is the other one. Let's show you this one. This is my ranunculus. This I would like to bring on the trip. So I have separated for the sleeves, y'all. So I'm just doing stockinette in the body. And so if you've made the ranunculus, if not, I'm just gonna give you a little information about it. So the nice thing about the ranunculus is all sizes start the same way. The neckline, you have a choice between the bigger neckline or a shorter one. But in either case, I think they're both 60 stitches for the neck. And all of this lace work, you don't have to decide what size. When you decide is when you're done with the lace work, you can see a little bit of the raglan there, is after you've done the lace work, you decide your sizes. And the bigger sizes will have more raglan increases, and obviously the smaller ones won't. And so I was kind of torn because I checked my gauge here, you know, when it was just stockinette. I kept checking it periodically, but up in the lace, it's kind of hard. And you're supposed to have 14 stitches in 4 inches. I'm sorry, I am rambling on. So a very big stitch, right? And mine, even though I'm using a DK and a lace held together, I'm getting 16 stitches. So my stitches in 4 inches are smaller. So I did the math and I decided, I think I'm making size 4. Because I do kind of want it kind of big. I want it, you know, kind of boxy. Because some of my other ones are more fitted. So I decided to go bigger with this one. But it's so fun. I love what's happening here with this purple and the brown. Anyway. So, yeah, that's my ranunculus. It is on a size 10, so there is hope that perhaps I could get there, but I really do get bored. Yeah, as much as I want to work on like 1 or 2 things, that fiber just went all and got me itchy. I skip around. Let me zip that up. Okay, so that's the ranunculus. Super fun project. I worked on this a little bit last night. I think last week I was able to show you, I finished the back, right? Okay, this is the back. This is the front, so I picked up the front. Is that right? Yeah, I've done my short rows here. So I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna unzip the other side and I will do my short rows. Then I'm gonna join the 2 fronts until they are this length. And that's when the pattern starts. There's a little bit of lace. This is the wildflower tee, 2 words, well 3 words, wildflower tee. And I've made it before. So this one's gonna be for my niece and probably not a Christmas gift, but anyway, I'm having fun with that. Yeah, it's a fingering weight yarn. All right. So this is one of my other sleeve projects. Well, let's see. Okay. So I finished one sleeve and I decided to do the red ribbing on the bottom. So I'm here. How many more do I have to do? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 7 more decreases. And I think this decreases about every 8 rows. So I'll get there. Let's do it this way. This is my woodland and I love it. This one I think will go on the trip with me. So I do have quite a ways to go, but my circle, at least on this one, my circumference is getting smaller. So that's the woodland. And then I need to put my buttons on this one. It would actually, be easier if I did put the buttons on, but have I shown you the buttons? I think they're in here. Yes, they are. Yes. They kind of look, they look really purple there. They are a little bit purple, but I'm okay with that. So anyhow, that's the Woodland. It's a steeked cardigan. Been around here a little bit. On my needles for a little bit. Speaking of on the needles for a little bit, let's look at my Barberry. This one I finished. I'm not sure about this neckline. I don't know. We'll see. I finished the neck. I finished a sleeve. I do love the little braid. Oops. The little braid there. So I have the sleeve though. Quite a way. So I did finish the neck though. So I think when I block this, I think it's gonna block out okay. I'm looking at it, sorry. I think I'm gonna block out. And so I got the bottom done, so yeah. So I just got to finish the sleeve. Another sleeve. Right? It's not just me, right? That's a lot of sleeve going on. Yeah, and so I did do a little investigating too because this ball is getting a little tiny. I pulled some out for the middle, and I do have another one. So we'll see. What happens when you do this little braid, Jimmy jog thing right here? I think that's what they call it. They don't call it a braid. They call it, what do they, chain stitch, a chain stitch. So you're working with 2 yarns. It's not difficult at all. You do it for 2 rows, but I needed, hold on. So I had to pull some of it out. So I actually have this much left, but I have another skein that I can wind up if I need to. So, oh, I still have one more to show you all. All right, get in there. Okay, so that's the Barberry. And last but not least, Here Comes the Sun. All right, so this is the sport weight using a lot of classic from Queen City yarn. And so as you can see, I've separated the sleeves. I've gotten a little ways away from the arm, but I think I'm gonna do, I probably have like 3 more inches to go here. This does definitely make me happy, but I need to get it done so I can wear it, right? Isn't that fun? Yeah, so that's really fun. Anyway, so I think that's all I have to show you today. I hope you all have a good week, getting ready for Thanksgiving, maybe. And I will be here next Tuesday, so, right? Next Tuesday, yeah, because, yeah, be here next Tuesday. And so come back and see if I finish any of my sleeves. Hopefully I do. And anyway, and check out our website, fuzzygoatyarns.com, and have a good week.